So one of the things I want to mention is challenge by choice. And what that means on Quest is that no one is going to force you to jump off this rock. It's going to be up to you. So we encourage everybody to challenge themselves on Quest. But how you challenge yourself, that's up to you. What's a challenge for one person might not be the same for someone else. What's a challenge for them? So it's very individual. We'll give you lots of opportunities to challenge yourself, and we invite you to take them, but you will never be forced to challenge yourself in any particular way, like jumping off this big rock. But if you want to, you'll have that kind of opportunity. This slide always makes people laugh. Showers on Quest are not very frequent. At least once a week, more like every 4 to 5 days, you're going to have the opportunity to take a shower. But don't worry, you will have lots more opportunities to go swimming. So it won't be your only chance to get wet. But you should expect that this is kind of a roughing it experience, okay? So you should have that in mind going into it, thinking about anticipating being a little bit dirty, anticipating maybe being a little bit stinky. That's part of the experience, and you know what? It really brings people together to get stinky together on their trip. We do laundry as a group. For the 2-week trips, we'll do it once, and for the 3-week trips, we'll do it twice. So we'll just stop at a laundromat, we'll wash all our stuff together, and we'll hang out while it's in the dryer. Okay, on Quest there are 2 different ways you can be in touch with your parents, with your friends, with your children. And that is mail stops and phone calls. Dan, next slide. It is not cell phones. So, I'll tell you how this works. In terms of mail, you should send your children mail. They love getting it. Please send them postcards. Tell their extended family to send them postcards. Tell their friends to send them postcards. It's so nice to get mail on Quest. We'll also be stopping at the few payphones that still exist in the world so that kids will have an opportunity to call you about once a week. We do not allow cell phones on our trips, and here's why. It's too easy nowadays, if you have a cell phone, to be focused on your cell phone, to be texting, to be watching videos with your cell phone, to be taking pictures, to be in constant contact with home. And Quest is really a chance to take a break from technology and take a break from your world at home and really be extremely present in this rich experience you're having on the trip. So I know some parents might think, oh, I really want to send my kid's cell phone because what if there's an emergency or, something like that. Well, if we find your kid's cell phone, we will take it away from them for the rest of the trip, okay, and we will not be happy about that. And the leaders have ways of getting in touch with Camp Tawonga in case of emergency, okay, so you don't need to worry about covering that base. We totally got it covered. Okay, one technology we do allow is we do allow personal music players like an iPod type of thing for the van ride only. We only can use it in a van. And ideally, it's a group music experience. So we take turns plugging it in to the stereo in the van. Maybe today it's my turn to be DJ, and tomorrow it's Dan's turn to be DJ. If you really need some personal time and you want to listen on headphones, that's okay too. But we don't want you watching any movies on your iPod, so if you have the kind of thing that also has movies, please delete the movies on the before you go on the trip. If we catch you watching a movie, we're going to have to take it away. No fun. So please don't go there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what to bring for the trip. You want a good sleeping bag. I recommend a sleeping bag that is rated to 20 degrees, ideally. Because it's not going to be 20 degrees, but here's what the rating systems mean. That means if it's 20 degrees, you're not going to die. Okay? So, are you going to be comfortable if it's 20 degrees? I don't know. So, it's probably going to be 50 degrees at night, 60 degrees at night, maybe in the 40s. So, a 20-degree bag is going to keep you really nice and warm. So, that's what I recommend. In terms of hiking footwear, what you need is something that has ankle support, so it goes above your ankle, and that has good tread on the bottom so you're not going to slip. But you don't have to necessarily go buy a brand new pair of hiking boots. If you have a good pair of basketball sneakers that comes above your ankle and that has really good traction on the bottom, that could be okay. Or maybe you could borrow somebody's hiking boots. So it doesn't have to be a big investment, but good shoes are important, and I definitely don't want anybody to be going out in just sneakers, or especially in like sneakers like that aren't even really for sports, but that are kind of like casual footwear. That's not good. You could hurt your ankle, you could slip. So you really want something with good tread and that goes above the ankles, and you want to break it in before the trip. So if you haven't already figured out what footwear you're wearing on your quest, you should do that this weekend. Figure it out. If it's a brand new pair of shoes, start wearing them so that you're not going to get blisters on your backpacking trip. Okay, in terms of a backpack, if you go to a backpacking outdoor store and you tell them, I'm going on a 3-day backpacking trip, they'll help you find the right size pack. If you can't get a pack, call us. We do have some at Camp Tawonga that we can loan out. So let us know and we'll be sure to help you with that. And then in terms of clothes, you want clothes that you're not going to feel bad if they get really dirty on quest. You want things that are quick drying, really comfortable, athletic attire you want layers to keep you warm, and nothing that you'll be upset if it gets damaged. This page in the Quest Guidebook, which is available through your downloadable forms, gives you some more information about what to bring and what not to bring. One of the things it mentions is money. You don't really need a lot of money on Quest. The only things you might use money for are like an occasional souvenir or something like that, or maybe, so your leaders will be paying for your food. We might occasionally, if there's a gas station and you really want to go buy like a soda and your leaders have provided more nutritious beverages, you could use your own money to go buy a soda. But you don't need a lot of money, so we recommend like $10 a week. Really not that much money on Quest. They're not too much to buy. Here's the packing list. If you have any questions about it, please call. We're in the office to answer your questions. This is also in your downloadable forms. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the amazing wilderness leaders who will be going out in the backcountry with you this summer. They are our oldest and most trained staff. They are all at least 21 years old. They all have experience backpacking. They all have experience working with kids and with teens. They all know some natural history to teach you about the natural world. They've gone through at least 2 weeks of Camp Tawonga training about how to be a great staff person and how to be a great wilderness leader. They've gone through extra training to learn how to drive the vans. They all have safe, clean driving records. They've gone through a defensive driving course with us. They have been in a car with me, a camp director, assessing their driving ability and their judgment. And we tell them this is the most dangerous thing you're going to do with kids this summer is get in a car with them. So we really focus on safety. And these leaders are wonderful. They're fun. They're warm. They're going to help you feel comfortable. They're going to help you make friends. They're going to look out for you. And hopefully they're going to inspire you. They're also going to change the tires. Here's Sarah Huckabone with a beautiful starfish. I love this picture. Okay, in terms of departures and returns, about 10 days before your trip, you're going to be getting an important piece of mail from us that says where to drop off your kids and where to pick them up. And I have to tell you that right now, we're kind of going back and forth a little bit about Magical Mystery Tour and Surf and Turf, if those trips are going to return to San Francisco State or return to the Mormon Temple in Oakland. So please read those forms carefully that you get 10 days before the trip so you know where Magical Mystery Tour and Surf and Turf are returning. Okay? For Sierra Slam, you're returning to San Francisco State, same place that you start.